Let's go back to the panel. And Guyon, if we look at Labour's increase, they have added well over 100,000 votes to their tally in 2014. They've got a lot of them off the Greens, haven't they?
Oh, they have, and they've increased their vote by about 50% if you're taking it from 24 to 36 in the campaign. And we were listening on the panel here at University of Auckland TV studios with great interest to Jacinda Ardern. If I could bring you in, Clayton Cosgrove, obviously former Labour Minister and Labour MP. I didn't hear it as a concession speech at all. What did you hear?
There's no concession speech. I mean, we're sort of, what is it, 11:05, and we're sort of over-analysing things. Think of this. When in our recent contemporary political history have you seen a person do what she did? 23% and going south, roadkill almost, 50% increase in vote. What was it, 45 seats tonight in 54 days. Now, the last 8-week campaign I did was with a former Prime Minister, Mike Moore. Completely different set of arrangements, of course. But, you know, there was a speech that was authentic, that was genuine. She rang the Prime Minister. That's reasonably unprecedented because you ring when you say it's over, we're gone, it's all yours. She rang to acknowledge that he had got the largest percentage of the vote, but she reflected the current situation, which is that the parties, Green, Labour, NZ First, if they are of a mind to, can command a majority if they agree to work together. But that was a speech of grace, that was a speech of authenticity, and it was a speech of somebody who, if she is not Prime Minister in the next couple of weeks, I suspect, in fact I know she will be Prime Minister in 3 years or less. And I think what you've seen from her, I've known her for years, she's a close friend. Every time she went out from the first press conference after she became leader, she grew a foot. And okay, you look back and you say, what went right? I'd say 99%. What could have been done differently? Well, yep, the tax thing was an issue. But again, I just say this, you know, we were up against the most professional misinformation campaign.
Well, okay, but
putting that aside.
Well, let's look at this in another way, Bridget. I mean, you've also got a national party that after 3 terms could have expected to be absolutely dying. I mean, most governments, after 3 terms, they've absolutely had it. I've seen a number of them and they just go kaput. And here you've got with Bill English, who was not seen as a great campaigner, taking over from John Key, and still here they are at north of 46%.
Well, we're pretty much almost where we were in 2008. And that's pretty extraordinary just in itself,
well, that's
58
a good point.
seats. So I think that's a really extraordinary point. I think everyone had really low expectations of Bill, particularly when Jacinda came in, but he's just shown to be an absolute professional at campaigning. He's been popular wherever he has gone. He has gone, I think, possibly more risky places, I would say, than Jacinda. She's gone to universities and schools where it's a bit more of a ready-made audience. He's done a lot of walkabouts, so, a lot of just out in the...
So do you think, just pushing forward, and I know we're going to hear from Bill English in the coming minutes, but how do you think that he and the National Party will be reading this result? Do you think that they will come out and say, this is a mandate for us, and really put that pressure on New Zealand First?
I think absolutely, because it's really clear that people still strongly support a national government. They've chosen the stability and the record over the uncertainty. I mean, they talk about the tax policy. That's exactly to the heart of what where this election has gone. So absolutely, I think Bill will come out and say he's got a mandate.
Well, just one point I'd make on that, add the other figures up, and a majority of New Zealanders voted for change.
Well, that's arguable though, isn't it? Was the New Zealand First vote a vote for change?
Well, Winston, Winston talked about it nearly every day. He was on the campaign trail. So, again, I accept National Party got the largest percentage of the vote as we sit tonight.
By some margin.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a fact, but it's also a fact you add up the rest, and the majority of New Zealanders voted for a change. It's now no longer a mood for change. It is a call for change.